Russell of Hotels. That's the live hospitality talk show. Comes on every Tuesday, July 25th. 25th every Tuesday. Today is July 25th. So that's today. That's going on right now. So I do an intro first. I say hello. Then I do my intro. Then I come back and start the show. So it's a little different format I'm messing with right now. So, but I do want to make sure before I go, start the show all together, I want to make sure that I am actually live on YouTube and live on LinkedIn. And yes, we are. So I can see that. So now I can start the music and all that kind of stuff. But remember, this is not just a live hospitality talk show. It's a podcast as well. So once this is done, I upload it to my podcast platform, which is Spotify or Anchor or whatever the heck they call themselves these days. And then you can take me on the go. So you don't just have to watch me here. You can actually take me and put me in your pocket and listen to me in your headset. Okay, you can do that as well. I also will put on the chat so you can make comments because this is a very interactive show. It's just not me just talking. I love interaction. I love engagement. So you're welcome to do so. So right now we're going to start the intro and then I'll be right back. Thank you.
Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Hello, once again. Thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels live hospitality talk show. We're live from LA. Actually, this is the My Hotel in Long Beach, the LBC. So I love that hotel. I love that hotel and I love that location. You never been there, you need to check it out. They have this restaurant called Fuego, which is literally fire. Okay, so you need to check it out. It's a Mexican restaurant. You need to check it out. And the views from the back of that hotel, from where Fuego sits, are spectacular. You have views of the marina. You have views of downtown Long Beach, unobstructed views. And, we're all about unobstructed views, right? So, but thank you guys so much for joining. This is show number 215. Can you believe there's 215? Sometimes you gotta, because no one else will apply for you, you gotta apply for yourself, right? So, but no, I'm very proud to, have done 215 shows because I look at it like this. Your typical podcast or, whatever you call these types of shows, I call it a live hospitality talk show. They go, but if you just take it in the vein of a typical podcast, those go 6 episodes. The average for a podcast is 6 episodes. I've done 215. So not that I'm, pat myself on the back, but it is huge when you have done 215, and typically most of them don't go past 6 episodes. Because I always encourage people that say, "Oh, I was always thinking about doing a podcast." Well, I said, "Why don't you do it?" Well, there's too many people doing podcasts now. Yeah, there's literally about 3 million podcasts that are out there. But based on the numbers I just told you, not everyone is active. Okay, so they only go 6 episodes, the average. So yeah, there may be maybe a million out of the 3 million that may be still going. But everyone's doing things differently. Everyone has different topics. Everyone has a different reason for why they do a podcast. So anyone that's thinking about doing it, they're on the fence. I mean, hey, join the crowd. Let's do it. You have questions? Let me know. I'll steer you in the right direction. So yeah. But anyway, On Air with Russell of Hotels, 215 shows and counting. I'm not stopping anytime soon. So, but I thank you guys so much for joining this as well as the podcast, which will come on later after the show's over. I'll upload it to the podcast platform, and that's how that works. But yeah, so like I said, I'm here at the Maya Hotel, which is in Long Beach. We're going to start this pretty quickly here. I normally, do a little monologue or anything like that, but I do want to mention that the hotel strike is still going on here in Los Angeles, which is encompassing about 60 to 62 hotels, right? So spreading from LA, Los Angeles to Orange County. Maybe there's 2 or 3 hotels that are in Orange County that are union as well. But keep in mind that not every hotel is on strike, okay? Because a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm not going to LA now. I'm changing my plans because every hotel's on strike. Well, no, that's not the case. There's 60 to 62 hotels in Los Angeles that are union. There's a lot more hotels that are not union. So if you're concerned about that, make sure you call the hotel ahead of time that you plan on staying and ask them, what's going on there? Are you guys a union hotel? Are you guys, and if they are a union hotel, are they striking? Are they demonstrating? Things like that. But if they are demonstrating, they're demonstrating outside of the hotel. They're not demonstrating inside. They are making noise. They are demonstrating. They are forming lines. They're beating drums. There's chanting. They're singing. They're doing all those kind of things. They're walking around with shirts, red shirts to say we're on strike. They're hitting drums. They're doing all those kind of things. But can you still stay in the hotel? Yes, you can. So I've driven by a couple of these hotels multiple times, and yeah, they're on strike. I mean, it's obvious that they're walking around with signs and things like that. But is it disrupting the flow of the guests? No, from what I see, it is not. But like I said, just my advice would, if you're concerned about that, make sure you call the hotel that you made your reservation with, and just ask them, are they a union hotel? Are you on strike? What's going on? All that kind of stuff. So there you go. You've been informed, right? So, and I always advise people to make sure you're informed as well. So Robert Jones, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. See, right on cue. I can put your comment right there. Let's see so we can see it. This is Robert Jones says, interesting podcast. I thank you so much, Mr. Robert Jones. Thank you for joining from LinkedIn. And anyone else that wants to make a comment, please feel free, because it's all about engagement. It's not just about me spewing out information just because I want to. No, it's about engagement and talking about this industry that I've been so entrenched in for so long, right? So, but feel free to make comments, say, hey, where I am and, where you're located, all that stuff. If you have questions, and hopefully I can answer them, feel free, and I'll put them on the screen right there in real time. This is real time. So this is actually, I'm 8 minutes in to the podcast. So it's right now 1:09. Okay. So this is real time, California time, 1:09. Okay. Before I get started, I always want to give a weather report. Okay. So LA is 82 degrees. That's going to be the high today. My hometown, Blythe, California, where I'm born and raised, right? People, they drive by Blythe. It's a kind of remote town, not kind of a remote town. It's a remote town in California, but it sits on the California-Arizona border. So the Colorado River separates California from Arizona. So if you're taking the 10 freeway going east from Los Angeles, you'll cross through Blythe, okay, before you get to Arizona. And if you're coming on the 10 freeway going west, going through Arizona, it'll be the first town once you cross the river coming from Arizona to California. So it's supposed to be like 215 degrees today. Okay, that's what I think at like 3 o'clock, that's when it's going to hit 215. So if you're in Blythe, I advise you to get yourself inside and put that AC on, meaning air conditioning, and don't come out until later tonight. But it's still going to be over 100 degrees, so what does it matter? And then I was looking at like a 10-day forecast. They had no days that are under 113 degrees for 10 days. So 10 straight days, they will be well over 110 degrees. That's crazy, right? But I grew up there, so I remember the 120-degree days. Somebody asked me, what's the difference between 120 and like 110? Nothing. It's hot. I mean, there ain't no difference. You cannot tell the difference between 110 and 120. It's just hot, okay? It's beyond, you got to go and experience. Just go experience it and let me know. It's just hot. I mean, 110, 120, it is just hot. So anyway, let me get on to what I'm got to do because I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But before I get there, one of our sponsors, Level Hotel Los Angeles. You ever downtown LA, you need a place to stay, you need to check out the Level Hotel. Did I ever tell you that all the rooms have balconies, right? All the rooms are suites, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites, and the rooms start off with as far as square footage, because people always talk about how big are the rooms. You said they're suites, how big are the rooms? Okay, I'll just tell you this: a typical size for a hotel room, standard size is like 300 to 350 square feet. These start at 700 square feet. Okay, so from 700 square feet for a 1 bedroom to 18,000 square feet for like a 4 bedroom penthouse suite and everything in between, right? So, but they're offering that Russell of Hotels rate. So always book direct. Go stayinglevel.com is their website, and then when you get to the promo code when you're making your reservations, put ROH23. You're going to get the rate that I would get. No, it ain't going to be free. People ask me, well, you going to get a free rate? Well, I don't even get a free rate. Okay. So no, you're not going to get a free rate, but you're going to get the rate that I would get. Okay. So ROH23, and then there you go. So, Stacy Edmond, my brother says, yep, 113 right now. See, it's 113 degrees in Blythe right now. He's there. He's living it. Okay. So I'm in LA talking about it. He's in LA living. I mean, he's in Blythe living it. Okay. So there you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. So, okay. I always have a topic, right? And this is, I call this industry stuff, but it is industry stuff, but for the last several weeks, I've been doing things that will help out, my sales people, right? Yeah, I used to be a director of sales and marketing, used to be a sales manager, amongst other things within the hospitality space. 14 different hotels, 14 different hotels, 25 years or so. I'll talk about 100 years, 25 years plus in the industry, right? So most of that was in sales, okay? Like the latter part, the first 7 were in operations, and then after that, I got into sales, and with the exception of being a hotel general manager for a short period of time, which, why did I do that? I don't know. But, okay, so this is to help out my hotel salespeople, right? So sales departments, directors of sales and marketing, take this information and run with it. But hotel salespeople, these are mistakes to avoid, okay? I have like 12 different things, and people are like, there's 12 mistakes that we can make. Yeah, there's probably more than that, but I'm only going to go off of 12, okay? So here we go. Lack of personalization, okay? What does that mean, lack of personalization? But first, let me read this. Hotel salespeople can make various mistakes that can hinder their abilities to secure business and build lasting client relationships, which are important, right? Here are some suggestions on common mistakes to avoid, okay? So these are hotel salespeople. This is for hotel salespeople, but you know what? This is for salespeople in general, okay? So regardless of what industry you're in, these can be applied to no matter what industry you're in. I just take it from the hospitality industry because that's where I come from, okay? So these are mistakes to avoid if you're a salesperson. Number 1, lack of personalization. Failing to personalize interactions with clients can make them feel just like another number. You don't want that. Take the time to understand their needs and preferences and tailor your proposals and communications accordingly. Everybody we don't want a cookie cutter. We want to be felt special. So if I'm a meeting planner or a hotel site selection person, which that's what I do, right? I want my proposal to be different than someone else's. I want you to approach me separately or differently. Why? Because I'm different. I have different needs. I have different groups, all those kind of things, right? So tailor your proposals accordingly. Don't just send out this boilerplate thing that everyone gets, right? Every market is different. Every client is different. Every company that they represent is different as well. So make sure you personalize it, okay? That's what it's all about, because I don't want to feel like, you're just basically just cutting and pasting. I don't want to feel like that, okay? So, and it's easy to see that in a lot of proposals that I get. It's the same thing that everybody gets. That's what some of the proposals I get. Well, most of them that I get. They may say, "Hey, Mr. Edmond, blah blah blah." If you really know me, you'd be calling me Russell. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, right? If you really know me, if we had a personal relationship, or meaning we've had conversations before, or I've met you in person before, or whatever, you know that the Mr. Edmond is not me. That's too formal for me. Okay, you would know that. You'd be calling me Russell of Hotels or something like that. Anyway, okay, so that's number one. Number two, boom, overlooking past clients. Ignoring previous clients can be a missed opportunity for repeat business and referrals. Maintain contact and past clients. Maintain contact with past clients, show appreciation for their business, and keep them informed of any new promotions or offerings. Keep in touch with your past clients. Don't overlook them, because they're gold. They have booked your property before. They know your property. Maybe they love your property, or maybe it gives you an opportunity for you to, let them know that, okay, I know we may missed the mark the first time that you came in, but we have some new things that are going on. And then you want to make sure you upsell those things, the new things that are going on. We got new menus. We have, we redid our restaurant. The rooms have, been majorly renovated, or whatever the heck it is. We got a new staff now. I know you had issues with the previous staff. We have a brand new staff. I'm just using the examples, right? But don't overlook the past clients, especially if they're still on good terms. Why not go after them? That's the low-hanging fruit, right? They've already given you business before. Who's to say they're not going to give you business again? But we have to keep in touch with them. Sometimes we forget about the ones that are giving us all the money. You know what I mean? We always think that we got to go out and find other business, right? When 80% of your business is going to come from your existing clients. Only 20% is going to come from some ones that you just happen to, find. Oh, I got this other piece of business. And it may be great. It may be substantial, but is it enough to sustain you? What you want is repeat business. You don't want to keep trying too hard, right? I want it to be easy. I'm one of those salespeople that, I'll put the work in to build these relationships, because I want it to be easy. I want to be able to pick up the phone, or maybe I ain't pick up the phone. Maybe they're calling me. Maybe they're emailing me. Hey, we have another group coming. You guys did such a great job with the last one. We have another group coming. Did I have to call them? No, they called me, because we've maintained that relationship. So, things that you have at your hotel, if these people are local, like say you have a new chef and he's unveiling a new menu, and he's doing like a chef's taste or whatever. Make sure those people, these clients, the good ones, the best ones, the repeat ones, make sure they're invited to come. I mean, you got to take care of those people, because you want people to take care of you, right? Well, take care of them and they will take care of you. Boom. Number three, being pushy. I hate pushy salespeople. Okay. I've never been a pushy salesperson. But I'm one of those salespeople that are like, I'm just trying to be a friend. Okay. Whatever you need, I'm trying to be that person. Okay. I'm not trying to, you got to take this deal, and, I know your competition and this and that, and they're not going to do this. You know what? First of all, never badmouth your competition. Okay. If they're happy with that hotel, that's fine. Just let them know, okay, they may have that, but we have this. Okay. You upplay your benefits and features of your hotel. Never put another competition down, because you never know what the relationship is between them, your client, and that other hotel, or the person they're talking to. It can be a family member for all you know. So never put down the competition. Lacey says past client relations could lead to hello. Past client relationships could lead to new clients. Definitely. So make sure you stay in touch with them. Don't be pushy, because you never know where it's going to lead. You don't ever know where those, you never know who they know. Someone else with another company, someone else in another industry, someone else in the same company, but different department. I mean, that's one thing that I remember. Like it was Cal State Northridge, right? Cal State Northridge is a college next to this, the same area that a hotel I used to work in. And, once you got into one department, let's just say it was the sports department, the athletic department. Once I got into the football department, the football coach would introduce me to other, like the basketball, the women's basketball coach, the men's basketball coach, the softball. They all traveled, right? They all traveled. They all had teams coming in to play them. So I would get more business just based on the relationship that I had with the first, and that was the football program, right? So I got so much other business from that. So make sure you maintain a great relationship with that, whoever the first person is, because you never know where that's going to lead. Okay. And sometimes you got to ask for, like, hey, can you introduce me to so-and-so? Don't assume they're going to do it. But if you have a great relationship, they don't have a problem with doing it. So being pushy, adopting a pushy or aggressive sales approach can be off-putting to potential clients. Instead, focus on building rapport and trust through genuine conversations and understanding their requirements. Okay, so being pushy, that was back in the day. Everybody used to be pushy. I was never pushy. I'm sorry, I have to say this. I was never pushy. But back in the day, it seemed like a lot of salespeople. When I say back in the day, when I first started in sales, I mean, they would take no for an answer. And I understand that, right? We got to be aggressive at a certain point. But you also have to listen to what they're looking for, right? And sometimes being pushy, you don't need to be, because you already got the sale, right? Ask for the sale. Get to the point where you're asking for their business, right? We'll keep spewing all this stuff out. We're not listening to the client, and the client's basically saying, okay, I'm ready to sign. You haven't asked for the business. You're just busy pushing off and being pushy and all this kind of stuff. You're not listening. So make sure you listen to the client. Don't be pushy, but instead build rapport and trust, because that's what's going to get you the business, not being pushy. Being pushy is never going to give you the business, okay, these days, because people have options. They're like, you know what? I don't need to hear that from this person. You know what? The heck with this. I'm going across the street. So don't be pushy. Number 4, ignoring feedback. Not actively seeking and listening to client feedback can result in missed opportunities for improvement. Feedback is valuable in refining your sales approach and enhancing the guest experience. So we have to listen. We cannot just think, sometimes we get caught up in smelling our own stuff and we think that's the best thing, right? And we don't want to listen. Listen to, especially your clients. Listen to your clients, because they're going to tell you. You may not want to hear some of the stuff they're going to tell you, but you want to listen to their feedback and apply it where you have to apply it. Maybe sometimes you have to listen to everything, but you got to humor them. Okay. You have to humor your clients. But you can miss opportunities. If you don't listen, you can miss opportunities. Of course, I've been there before where, you think you know everything, you're not listening, and you miss that opportunity. They end up going somewhere else, and you're like, well, where'd you go? Well, I told you this, but you weren't listening. I mean, I've been told that before. Like, you got to listen, Russell. You can't just think you know everything about this. We know we're the client. I mean, you're absolutely right. Okay, I got you. So just make sure, do not ignore the feedback the client is giving you. Okay, regardless of how it makes you feel, if it ruffles your feathers, they're the client. Okay, remember that. They're the ones that are paying your salary. Okay, so a lot of people don't even look at it like that, but that's true. Number 5, not staying updated on industry trends. We would never do that. Failing to stay informed about industry trends, market dynamics, and competitors can put you at a disadvantage. Keep up with industry news, attend conferences, and participate in professional development opportunities. You can only get better if you go out and learn more, okay? That's one thing that I've always done. I still do to this day, right? A lot of these trade shows that I go to, they have an educational component too. And you want to make sure you go to the keynote speakers and all that, because you never know what they're going to talk about, and you never know what's going to hit home for you. So, and a lot of times it's about the trends that are going on. It can be food trends. It can be, technology trends. It can be any kind of thing, any kind of trends that are going on within the space. But if we don't keep up on it, then, one thing you never want is for your client to know about trends and you don't know anything about it. Hey, what about, they're doing new vegan food now in banquets. Are you guys doing it? And you're like, what's vegan? Huh? What? Vegan? What is that? I never heard of that trend. So I mean, I'm using that as an example, but stuff like that happens, right? So you want to make sure you stay up on whatever. If it's like I said, if it's a food trend, if it's a technology, well, AI is doing this for us, and what is AI? You guys using AI? Huh? Hey, huh? I believe me, I get all that stuff all the time. I hear it. I bring stuff up to people, and they're like, I might be talking to this wall. It's going to get the same answer. They don't know. The wall doesn't know. But yeah, stay on top of your industry trends. That's why we go to these trade shows. That's why we attend these things. And you don't just learn things from being and listen to keynote speakers. You learn things from your potential clients as well, what they're looking for, what they want, what their likes and dislikes and things like that. So, and then a lot of times, hotels could be above the trend line. A lot of things haven't filtered down. Like go to Vegas and see what they do, what various events that they have and that they hold and things like that. So they're typically above the trend line. You know what I mean? So attend as many of those events as you can and see what kind of ideas they come up with. You'll be surprised, right? So make sure we stay on top of the industry trends. Number 6. It's 12. So we're halfway through, right? Almost done. What is it? It's not even 1:30 yet. Come on now. Poor time management. Mismanaging time can lead to missed follow-ups and lost opportunities. Stay organized. Use tools like calendars and reminders and prioritize tasks to ensure timely follow-ups. Yeah. So make sure that we are staying. Let me move this down. I don't know why it's there, right there. But yeah, make sure, first of all, we're on time to things. Make sure we don't miss appointments because nothing ticks off a client more than missing an appointment. Because I know, because I'm a client of, hotels we're partners, right? But sometimes they miss appointments. Oh, my alarm didn't go off or my phone died. Really? Your phone died? Okay. Are you working today? Some of the excuses are out there are just lame. Okay, I'm just gonna say that some excuses are lame, and the clients know that, right? I know that. I'm like, you blew me off. That's basically what it came down to. I mean, every now and then, I'm sure stuff happens. Yeah. But for me, I have to call you, then that's a problem. Now, normally, if you call me, like, oh my God, something came up. Okay, I understand that. But if I have to call you like an hour later, hey, didn't we have a 2:00 appointment? Oh, yeah, my phone died and this. No, Clients know. People know when you peeing on their head and saying it's raining. Okay, so make sure we're using calendars. I mean, we got every kind of organizational things in our our laptops, our phone. Time the clock goes off, alarm goes off. I mean, you have all these different things for scheduling appointments or whatever. So I understand every now and then things they do happen, but follow up with your client, let them know, hey, we have to reschedule because of this came up or whatever. And we understand that, but don't give an excuse that, oh, my phone died. Well, your phone should be charged up. I got that excuse just yesterday. That's why I'm on that one. I'm like, what? Anyway, it's a different time zone. Oh, well, I know that. Okay. I'm up. You know what I mean? So why can't you be up? But anyway. Number 7, not building relationships. Now these are hotel salespeople or salespeople in general. These are mistakes to avoid, just in case you happen to come in late. You can go back and replay it, and you'll get there's going to be 12 of them. And you can get those all in their entirety. So just because you joined in right now does not mean you can't go back and check out the replay, okay? Because the replay will still be here, okay? So number 7 is not building relationships. Focusing solely on closing deals without building relationships can limit the potential for long-term partnerships. Cultivate genuine connections with clients, demonstrate interest in their success, and be a resource for them. That's what I try to be, as a resource for everybody, right? So focusing solely on closing deals. Oh, I just want to close the deal. I just want to close the deal. I don't care about anything else. No, people know that, right? They see that you're just about the business, right? No, they want you to be about them and what's going on with them, what's making them tick, that building that relationship. Because it's not about that one sale, it's about the future sales they can give you. And that's how I always look at it. It's about the future stuff you can give me. It's not about this one thing. Okay, if I get it, that's fine. If not, I'm still trying to build that relationship. Because a lot of times, if we're putting all this emphasis in closing the sale, if we don't get it, we're never going to deal with them again. That's in our head. You know what? Well, they didn't give me the business. You know what? You're not going to get every piece of business out there. That ain't going to happen. That's not reality. Okay? No one's going to, yeah, I'm selling cars. You think I'm going to sell every car off this lot? No, that ain't going to happen. You're going to have good days and bad days. But if you don't build relationships, you're going to have more bad days than good days. Okay? I'm telling you right now. So make sure you take time and build the relationship. The relationship is going to go a lot further. I still have clients today from 25 years ago that still follow me from hotel to hotel. Or what hotels do you recommend? Because I'm no longer on property, right? But when I was on property, I would go to different hotels because I've been to 14 different ones, right? They'll call me like, hey, what hotel are you at now? You're still in LA, right? What hotel are you at now? I'm at the XYZ hotel. Okay, I'm coming to town for 5 days. I want to stay there. Book me in your hotel. Hang up. Click. That's it. And they show up. You know what I mean? Give me the dates and they show up. That's just how it is. And it was based on rapport. It wasn't based on me going after that one sale. It was based on knowing them as individuals. And a lot of them became friends. I have this friend in Atlanta, Coleman, right? He has an accounting company. I met him in Woodland Hills it got to be like 20-something years ago, almost 25 years ago. And he would follow me from hotel to hotel, right? And I remember he told me he'd never follow me again. Okay, this is what happened. Well, he'll never come back to this hotel again. I'll just tell this quick story, okay? So I had been to maybe 3 different hotels after I had initially met him, but we'd always kept in touch, right? And I would help him with finding hotels in other cities and all that kind of stuff too. Because he was a friend and he was a client, right? That's what you do, right? If you're a resource, that's what you do, regardless if it's your hotel or not. So he came to LA, and I was working at the Marina in Marina Del Rey, and this particular hotel had a lot of airline crew, okay? Airline crew, like, you know, the flight attendants and pilots. They come in and out all hours of the day and night, okay? I don't even know if they slept, but anyway, that's what happened. So he comes in, and the next day, he comes in at night, and the next day we have breakfast, I think in the morning. Yeah, we had breakfast in the morning. And he said, Russell, he had this southern drawl, right? He said, Russell, what is going on at this hotel? Is this some kind of airline way station? I said, an airline way station? What does that mean? He said, well, maybe way station. He said, let me explain what I mean. Is there a lot of airline like attendants and pilots that stay here? And I said, yeah, how'd you know that? He said, because they're coming and going all hours of the night, and I happen to, you know, there's so much commotion going on outside of his room because they were checking in, and they check in and they're like a gang when they check in, right? They all come in at the same time, and they all go. Their rooms are normally on the same floor, and which ticked me off because he should not have been put on a floor that had the airline crew, because typically you try to put the airline in the same area, you know, and in the same rooms. That's typically what you try to do, right? Well, anyway, they put him on a floor that was next to the airline. So he said, I'll never stay here again, Russell. He said, no, he said, don't take this the wrong way. I love you and all this stuff, but I'm never staying here again. But that was building rapport. That was building a relationship. That was not going after the one piece of business like 4 or 5 years prior. That goes from, you know, we joke about it. We still joke about it to this day, right? But yeah, so it's all about building that rapport. Don't go after that one piece of business because it ain't worth it. Believe me, it's not worth it. And the client will know that you're just going after that piece of business. Number 8, inconsistent communication. Oh, man, you're right. Lack of consistent and timely communication can lead to clients seeking alternatives. You don't want them to go to the alternative, right? Keep clients informed about progress, provide updates on inquiries, and respond promptly to queries. Okay, so, man, this one ticks me off, okay? Because as a hotel site selection person that I am, right, I sent out RFPs and things like that to hotels, request for proposal, meaning I want all the information about, the dates that I'm, inquiring about, include the rates, if you have space available and all that stuff. Okay. Sometimes it takes a while to get that stuff. Okay. If it's going to take a while, communicate with me, because if my client was set on your hotel and I let them know that, hey, I'm still waiting for a response, what do you think they're going to do? Oh, okay, well, give them another week. No, the client is under pressure too, right, from their boss. So they're going to ask me to seek let's look at alternate accommodations. We don't have that kind of time. So make sure you're at least letting me know, or let your clients know, or whoever you're dealing with, let them know, like, hey, I got your information. I'm working on it right now. I'm trying to, move some things around, whatever the case may be. And then that's up to me to either move forward or to wait for that proposal, right? I'm going to let my client know what's going on. But always make sure you communicate with people. Follow up. If you send me something and I didn't respond back to you, follow up. Don't just let it go. I sent out this is another example, right? And a lot of these things that I talk about is based on my experiences, right? So about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago, I was at this trade show, and just so happens I thought this particular hotel would work because it was like a host hotel for this particular trade show that I attended. And I thought this one particular hotel would work great for a group that I had that was thinking about going to Vegas. This is in Tucson, okay? So I'm in Tucson. I wasn't real familiar with Tucson, but this hotel was great. It was a casino. This group wanted a casino. They had outstanding space, and it wasn't a big mega hotel, right? This was a smaller hotel where people wouldn't get lost and they wouldn't have to walk 2 miles to get to anywhere, right? And I just thought it would be a great place for this group. So I talked my client up about this hotel, right? So I already seen the hotel and everything, so we were good to go. So I asked my hotel contact I sent an RFP, asked for a proposal. She asked some questions before I got the proposal back, right? Asked these questions. Okay, I gave them all the answers, blah, 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 blah. Do you know I never received an RFP, and I sent an email, hey, still waiting for that RFP. Never got anything. This is email, this is phone call, left message, whatever. Never got anything. Do you know that a year and a half to maybe 2 years later, which was today's Tuesday, this is Friday, I get an email on Friday from that hotel saying, hey, I was just wondering, I've been, I'm finally seeing the day of light, meaning I've had a lot of, proposals I had to do and all this. Can you tell me where this piece of business went? And it was the one that I had pitched to them almost 2 years prior, right? And I was like, guess where it went? It went to Vegas. Okay, it went to Vegas. So I didn't want to get into anything. I was so heated when I got this. It was an email. I'm finally out of this big pile of things I had to go through. Can you tell me where this piece of business went? Is it in Tucson or did it go somewhere else? I said, thank you for your inquiry, or thank you for your email. It went to Vegas. And I mentioned the hotel that it went to. Thank you for your follow-up. Boom. That was it. I was ticked off. I'm like, what? So make sure let me read this again. This is number 8, right? Inconsistent communication. Lack of consistent and timely communication can lead to clients seeking alternatives. Do you want me to go somewhere else? Or I don't know if they did or not, but that's what I ended up doing, because I can't wait. The client can't wait, right? You think we're going to wait for your hotel? There's other hotels out there. So just remember that. Keep clients informed about progress, provide updates on inquiries, and respond promptly to queries. So if I send you a query, meaning an RFP, that's like money in the bank, right? I would think. That's how I treated them, right? And I try to get those things out within 24 hours. Okay, if I couldn't get it out within 24 hours, I would be calling you and let you know, hey, it's coming, but I have, there's a couple other, because what hotel salespeople do, they will prioritize, right, based on when the event is going to take place. So mine was like 2 years out. Okay. So of course, all the stuff you had before that, take care of that. But let me know that's what you're doing, because I can't see what's going on in your hotel or on your desk. Oh, she got to go through that, or he got to go through all that stuff before he gets to mine. You know what I mean? I don't know that. I mean, I'm going off my experience, how I've done it, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. You have to respond and communicate with your client. These are mistakes to avoid. That's a mistake, and they should have avoided it. Okay, so, woo, boy, you can tell some of these things are like, I'm taking them personal, right? Number 9, ignoring social media. Now, you guys know I love social media, right? So ignoring social media. Neglecting social media as a sales tool can result in missed opportunities to engage with potential clients and showcase your hotel's offerings. Utilize social media platforms to share updates, promotions, and engagement. I don't even have to say anything else about it. Use social media to share updates. You ain't got to call people. Put it on the social media. Put it on your platforms. And make sure your clients are following your hotel, right? Ask your clients, hey, do you do social media? Oh, yeah, I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on Instagram and Twitter, all these things. Okay, if they're on them, make sure you get their names or their handles or whatever. Communicate to them directly via social media. You don't want them missing out on things. You want to make sure they're following you just like you follow them. Is it okay if I follow you? Oh, yeah, please do. Okay, so we're going to have some promotionals, things like that. It could be group things. It could be individual. It can be things in a restaurant. We just opened up a new restaurant. We got a new menu, vegan. Got a new chef. We got, we're celebrating anniversaries for our employees. They've been there for 30 years. Whatever it is, make sure you engage your clients on that. Ask for their social media information. We're missing the boat on that. Most people are not doing that. I would say, I'm just going to say, maybe 1 in 10 are actually doing that stuff. 1 in 10 hotels are actually updated on social media, and they know exactly what's going on. Because sometimes some of these hotels, they have companies that do it for them, and they don't have the slightest idea what they're doing. So don't ignore social media. Social media is here to stay. It should be part of your marketing plan. It should be part of, you should be asking, like I said, I'll ask that extra question. Hey, are you in social media at all? Yes, I am. Okay, can we have your handle? Because we want to make sure you're on the list and you're getting all the information that we're posting. Okay, very good. And if they don't want to do it, they don't have to. But at least ask that extra question. So number 10, we're almost done here. Being unprepared for meetings. Oh, my goodness. Showing up unprepared for client meetings can reflect poorly on your professionalism. Research the client's background, industry, and specific needs before the meeting to make a positive impression. So, if you have a meeting with a client, that's why we have LinkedIn. LinkedIn will give you all the information you want, providing and most people, I'm going to say most people have a LinkedIn profile, okay? Or you can Google most people and something will pop up, okay? That's what I do. I mean, even to this day, if I'm talking to a hotel salesperson or director of sales or general manager, or someone asks me, hey, do you know who the GM is at the XYZ hotel in downtown LA? I'll look it up. So-and-so, Bill Smith. Oh, really? How'd you know that? LinkedIn told me. Well, I did LinkedIn and it didn't tell me. Well, did you put in the space bar the hotel, and anything that's linked to that hotel, any person that's linked to the hotel, it will pop up with their positions and actually when they started and all that stuff, provided they've updated their profile. They're done what they're supposed to do, right? So people will find you on these platforms. Hotels, make sure you have a corporate or a business LinkedIn page, because it's not about how you want people to find you. It's about how they want to find you. Okay, because sometimes people are like, well, no one's going to look for me on LinkedIn or look for my company on LinkedIn. How do you know that? I do it all day long. That's how I do my research. That's how I find people. If I cross-reference, if their name doesn't come up for whatever reason, because sometimes if you misspell by one letter, it won't pop up on LinkedIn. But if you put in the hotel name, everyone that's linked with that hotel, everybody that has worked at that hotel, it will pop up. There you go. So there's information out there that you just put it out there. Okay. You don't know how people will find you. So make sure you're on as many platforms as you can, because you don't know how people search for things, how people search for people, for hotels, for whatever it is. You just don't know. So just give them enough information, and then however they search it, you should pop up. There you go. But don't be unprepared for meetings. Do your research, show up on time, and be engaged. Number 11, failing to follow up after events. Oh my goodness. Oh, what time is it? Failing to follow up after events. After hosting events or conferences, failing to follow up with attendees promptly can weaken the impact of your efforts. Did you hear that one? Send thank you emails and gather feedback to maintain engagement. Okay, so you have to, we all want to travel. We all want to do the fun stuff, right? Oh, I'm traveling today. We love to say that, okay? We love to go to these conferences and, oh my God, I was so, when the pandemic hit and we weren't able to meet people, because salespeople, we love people. We love to hug and touch people. We're that type of person. But okay, that's great. But at the end of all this hugging and drinking and having a good time, we got to go back to work and follow up, okay? That's what we have to do. So this is that failing to follow up after events, which I'm going to say this, and I've said this before, so it's nothing new. The last several events that I've gone through, I'll just say the last event that I went to. The last event that I went to, say I had 30 appointments. If 7 people responded or 7 people sent me a note thanking me, I think I may be being a bit aggressive. I don't think more than 7 people out of 30 appointments, 7 people maybe have reached out to me. Hey, it was good seeing you, or nice meeting you. Here's some additional information that we talked about. Okay, that seems like an easy thing, right? But it's not. Everyone is not doing it. Everyone is not doing it. 7 out of 30. Okay? So, which means to me, there's a lot of people taking vacation. Okay? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. We all love to travel. I understand that. These are mistakes to avoid for my sales peeps, okay? We all love to travel, and everything that comes along with that. We go to these events, and like I said, we're wine and dine. We have a good time. We meet a lot of people, but it is work. We're there to work, right? We're there to meet as many people as we can, and show an interest in what they're doing, like meeting planners and things like that. So hotel people are looking after meeting planners, right? But when the show's over and we get back to our offices, that's when the work begins. That is not a lot of work. I'm just going to say this because I've been on both sides, or I'm on the other side now. But my work starts when I have time. When I get back to my room, I'm getting those, the business cards that I amassed. I'm putting those in my my CRM, which is Salesforce. I'm putting them in Salesforce. So every business card that I have, I still have a stack that I haven't put in yet, but yeah, I put most of them go into Salesforce, in that way, so I know who I met with, and I put little notes. They may say something different about their property, whatever. So I have those little notes that I put on back of the business card or whatever. The same thing they should be doing to me, meaning, and a lot of times the trade shows that we attend, they give you a sheet of everybody that you're meeting with. You can write notes there, or it'll tell you the type of business you have, all that kind of stuff. So it's there already, right? All you got to do is just follow up when you get back to your office. Okay. Now I know some people have back-to-back trade shows. I understand that, but like 2 months later, and you still haven't received anything like, hey, thanks for meeting you. Thanks for meeting me. It was great. Blah 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 blah. 7 out of 30 people. That is not a good percentage, okay? So, and my thing is, am I blaming those people? Yeah, they should be following up because they're the ones that I met with. But I'm also ticked off at the directors of sales and marketing who these people report to. Are they following up with, and who'd you meet with? Give me a trip report. I want to see exactly, who you met with. I mean, that's what I require from my salespeople when they went on trips. Give me a trip report. I need to know who you met with. And what's the next step? Oh, I see this person is Russell of Hotels. He has something coming up in October. Were we able to submit an RFP? What's going on with that? I mean, those are the questions that I would be asking. So yeah, I can blame them, but I got to blame that whole entire sales department, right? So these are mistakes to avoid. These are mistakes to avoid. You avoid some of these mistakes, it can lead to more business. And following up, to me, is number one. If you don't follow up, you're never going to get the business. You ain't going to get anything if you don't follow up. Whoo, boy. Don't let me go back on property again. Number 12, not recognizing decision makers. Identifying the key decision makers within a client's organization is crucial. Direct your efforts towards building relationships and providing information to those who influence the final decisions. Sometimes we don't know who that decision maker is. We need to find out. Do you ask them, well, are you the decision maker? Well, that can tick somebody off, right? So how I've done this in the past, but it goes with you're doing your research, right? You have to know who you're meeting with before you meet with them. So sometimes you have to call their offices and talk to, like, who answers the phone, right? A lot of times the main decision maker is not going to answer the phone, okay? You're going to get a general person answer the phone. So you got to ask that person a question, right? Like, hey, I have an appointment with this person. Can you tell me a little bit about him or her? And sometimes they'll tell you, sometimes they won't. But start off with, hey, I'm attending this trade show and I have this appointment with him or her, and I have, what is she like? Because what is he like? Do they drink wine? Do they eat candy? Because I want to make sure I tailor my gift that I'm going to give him or her, make sure it's something that she would like. Oh, okay. Well, she likes, Silver Oak, a bottle of Silver Oak Merlot or Cabernet. I'm like, oh, well, shoot, I wasn't going to do that. Well, okay, so she's a wine drinker. Okay, yeah, she's a wine drinker. Hey, can you tell me, is she the main decision maker on meetings? Yes, she is. Boom. Now I know that's the decision maker. So you have to do your homework before you meet with these people. You just can't be meeting with people thinking that they're the decision maker or they're not. You never want to ask someone, oh, well, are you the decision maker? Are you the head person? No, that means you didn't do your homework if you're asking that question. And God help you what happens after that, because I don't know where that's going to go. Because I've been in situations, it wasn't me, I was being trained, and whoever was trained, I don't remember who it was, asked this person if they're the decision maker. You talking about somebody hot and got up and left. Do your homework and left. And I looked at him, and he couldn't say anything because he didn't do his homework. He did not do his homework, and he got me involved in this mess. You know what I mean? So I see a comment here. Let's see. Robin Moncrief, a.k.a. Robin Lynn. She be from Houston. She says, let me put your comment on here. I'm sorry, Robin Lynn. You must follow up to get feedback before the survey is sent out. Yeah. You got to follow up to get the feedback. Yeah, if you don't follow up, you ain't never going to get the feedback. So, and you want to make sure you do that before the survey is sent out, because if I get that survey, I'm still hot, oh, there's a problem. There's a problem. Decision maker should be uncovered during the qualification process. Yeah, do your homework before you even get there. Now, I was speaking, I'm not sure when you came on, Robbie Lynn, but I was speaking from a trade show perspective. When you're meeting with someone and you're not sure if they're the decision maker, yeah, you should have known that before you even got there. You should know that. You should do your homework before that. So, yeah, so thank you so much. I'll put your comment up there one more time because I was talking over it. Decision maker should be uncovered during the qualification process. Yeah, that's Robbie Lynn. Robbie Lynn is living and breathing this sales thing right now. She be from Texas. She works at a hotel in Texas. Okay, so dual director of sales, I believe. I can't remember everything, but yeah, Robbie Lynn is you know what? She's my go-to, right? She always comes up with some good stuff. So she knows exactly, and I know she'd be following up with people, okay? I wouldn't have to worry about Robbie Lynn following up, okay? But those are things that we need to do. So those are my 12 things. I'm not posting this on, because in the past I would post this in its entirety, all 12, on my LinkedIn page. No. What you have to do, you have to go back and listen to this or watch this again. The 12 are still there. You're just not going to get them all in one place. Okay. But I mean, they are in one place on this show, On Air with Russell of Hotels, but you will not see them in their entirety unless you want them. If you want them, then you need to contact me and then we'll have a conversation about that. But they are there. I'm not taking this video down. This video is there forever. So, because this is the thing that I know. I can post a lot of things, but who's going to really look at it and who's going to apply it? Because you got to put in the work. And this is what I always say. I can come up with everything for every market, a 10-step guide to every single market, how to get business. And if you follow it, it will work. But this is the thing. You have to follow it. You have to put in the work. And everyone is not willing to put in the work. So that's why I'm not posting everything like I used to, right? I mean, it's still here. It's on this platform. It's on this show, On Air with Russell of Hotels. You can watch it as many times as you want to get all 12 and everything that comes along with it. But you got to put in the work. I mean, that's it. You got to know how to do the research. I'm here as a resource. I mean, you can always, follow with me and all that kind of stuff. But there you go. I just had to say that. So we only have a couple of minutes left, but let me just get through a couple other things. These are 3 things that I always say. Be intentional, make decisions, and take action on what's important to you. Be represented, because my representation matters. It matters that someone that looks like me does a show like this, right? Because a lot of people don't think, oh, well, who is he? What is he doing? Where does he come from? Well, all this stuff is based on my experiences, and I have tons of experience. Not that I need to pat myself on the back, but I have tons of experience in this hospitality space. So yeah, so I come from a place of knowledge and experience. 14 different hotels, 25 years of experience, from being a housekeeping manager to front office to food and beverage to AGM to sales manager to director of sales and marketing to general manager and to a director of sales again, which is my heart, which is my love anyway. So there you go. Me being a general manager was never my goal, right? My goal was a certain size hotel to be a director of sales and marketing of. And I achieved that, and I was like, well, now what do I do now? Oh, maybe be a GM. Yeah, okay. So anyway, it's important that we can do whatever we want to do. We just got to put our mind to it. And sometimes we do need advocates as well. We need advocates to open some doors for us. We got to put in the work, but we do need people to open certain doors for us. But if you don't put in the work, no one's going to open a door for you. So just remember that. That is not right. I don't know why that's there. Sorry about that. Who's your best brand advocate? You are. So you got to be the one that's doing the pom-poms, right? You got to be the one that's excited about your brand. So if my brand is Russell of Hotels and I do all these things, everything hotel, consultant, hotel site selection, all those kind of things, I have to be the one that's excited about it, right? Because no one's going to be excited about what you do unless you show some excitement. So having this show, having this platform is a way for me to show some excitement and show some knowledge about, I do know what I'm talking about. But you have to be the one that's, doing the pom-poms. Because if you're not excited about what you do, ain't nobody else going to be excited. I'm just saying it. So we're going to jump here. Oh, I got to do the hire. I'm sorry. I got to do who's hiring, okay? And while I'm doing what's hiring, this is a restaurant I went to. I always do when I do the hiring, I always do the non-meat eats. So we went out to dinner this last weekend and went to this place called Nick's. Okay, it's a 100% vegan place, 100% plant-based. And chicken. You know how chicken and waffles is a big thing, right? I love chicken and waffles, but I don't eat chicken anymore, right? I have a plant-based diet. I'm a vegan, right? So I've had this for about 5 years. So I haven't eaten chicken. I haven't eaten chicken in probably 20 years. But anyway, that's another story. but they have a take on chicken and waffles. They have the waffles, but these are fried oyster mushrooms. OMG. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. OMG. So that the little condiments right there, that's butter, like a whipped vegan butter, there's hot sauce and syrup. Oh my gosh. Woo! You talk about somebody. I had to take a nap after. I had to come home and take a nap after I ate that. But it was so good. So the place is Nick's on Beverly in L.A. It's not too far from like the Beverly Center. So if anyone knows where the Beverly Center is, I know Robert Lynn does. Oh my goodness, the restaurant's been there. They said about 3 years. I'll be back. I'll be back. That is for sure. So I had to show that, and I got to tell you who's hiring. Okay, hold on. And then I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry. I'm running a little late, but I forgot about that. Who's hiring? Okay, real quick. The Langham Hotel, Pasadena, they're looking for a director of conference services. The Courtyard Marriott, Baldwin Park, they're looking for a director of sales. The Mayborn, Beverly Hills, I think that's a high-end hotel, that's a luxury property. They're looking for a director of Middle Eastern sales. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You know, you're trying to get more business from the Middle East, you got to hire a director of Middle Eastern sales, someone that knows the market. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Hotel Burbank. Now, this was a conversion, okay? So it's now an independent hotel, but this used to be the Holiday Inn in Burbank. Remember the two towers or whatever? Well, it's still two towers, but it's now the Hotel Burbank, okay? And they're looking for a director of sales and marketing. The Millennial Biltmore, which they're always looking for people. They're looking for an executive meeting manager. This is downtown LA. The Biltmore is also looking for a banquets operation manager, and they're also looking for a restaurant manager. Okay, go ahead then, Biltmore. Do your thing. So, but yes, Nick's on Beverly, 100% vegan. Man, I'm getting hungry again. So, okay, so we're about to end this. And did I mention that this hotel was I think I did. What is it called? The Maya Hotel in Long Beach. But I always end with the 3 P's. These are Russell of Hotels 3 P's: purpose, passion, and perseverance. Purpose, know why you do what you do. I know I do this show. I want to be a resource for people. I want to have a platform for people to come on and make their comments, and they need help with me being what am I again? I'm missing. I'm losing my mind here. Gosh, I can't even think. But anyway, I want to be that go-to person for whatever you're looking for, hospitality. I want to be that person for you. So, I mean, always reach out, and if you have questions at all, that's what I'm here for. So know your purpose, know why you're here, why you do this show. It's a platform for people, like I said, to come on and talk. I mean, I didn't have a guest today, but guests can come on, and we ask questions about how they got in the industry. No two people got in this industry alike, right? So there you go. Passion, either you have it or you don't. If you have a passion for doing whatever you're doing right now, if you don't have passion for it, you know what you should do? Stop doing it. Do something else. Say, you know what, this ain't working. All right? Have passion for what you do. Perseverance. Be consistent. Continue to evolve. Don't give up, and swerve when you need to. So we don't pivot here. We swerve, okay? Meaning we see what's coming on the horizon. We go around it. We don't have to go through it and then, I'm stuck now, so I got to pivot. No. You have to identify what's going on before you even get to that point. So there you go. Thank you so much. That's it. I appreciate you going. I went like 4 minutes over. It's okay because it's on my show, so sometimes we go a little over. But anyway, you guys have a great day. I think I have one more slide to do. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, Level Hotel, of course. I gotta throw the sponsor out there, right? So stayinglevel.com is their website. Use the promo code ROH23. You get the same rate that I would get. This is the one downtown LA on South Olive. Stayinglevel.com. If you're near the crypto arena, or you need to be at the convention center or the Microsoft Theater or LA Live or whatever you're doing your business downtown, check out the Level Hotel. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And then once again, this is the Hotel Maya in Long Beach. That's that lobby right there. I love that hotel. but I love it more for the location and for the view of the marina. So check it out. Check out their website, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, you guys have a great day. And remember, I do daily check-ins. I mean, this show here on air with Russell of Hotels is once a week, right? So it comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. But I do a daily check-in with Russell of Hotels on the same platform on LinkedIn and YouTube, and I do that around noon. Those are nooners, okay? And they only go for like 20, 30 minutes or less than that. So that's it. You guys have a great day. I got to get my music going. You guys take care. Have a great week.
Thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Please tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success, rather become a person of great value.